Okay. I'd like to call this meeting, the Clay County Commission, to order. We will begin with this evening's invocation. Jerry Kane, I believe you are doing the duty this evening, so you know the drill, so come on up and lead us in prayer.
Let us pray. Constant companion and creator God, we acknowledge your presence this evening as we gather to do the work for the welfare of the citizens of Clay County, Missouri. We reaffirm our commitment to serve and not be served. We commit to collaborating to build community and not creating chaos. We recall that we will negotiate and be neighborly and not be nasty. We will compromise with our colleagues because we're finite and do not see the final picture. We will be gracious because we have been recipients of grace from others. We are grateful for the opportunities availed to us because we live in Clay County, Missouri, among others who enrich, enhance, and engage our lives. Thank you for these decision makers and for those entrusted to implement these decisions for the welfare of the people you love. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
Please join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Nolte?
Here.
Commissioner Withington?
Here.
Commissioner Lawson? Here. Commissioner Wagner?
Here.
Commissioner Johnson?
Here.
Commissioner Thompson? Commissioner Carpenter?
Here.
On the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Commissioner Johnson.
Move to approve tonight's agenda.
Motion has been made for the approval of this evening's agenda. Discussion? Seeing none, you are recognized to close.
I close.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yep.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. Next on the agenda are ceremonial matters. We have one issue, and that is 2026-176. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, 2026-176, Proclamation for America 250 Citizen Challenge Coin presentation for Jerry Kane from Commissioner Wagner.
Very good. You've become a fixture of our ceremonial, so Commissioner Wagner, please proceed.
Well, thank you, and I guess we are on a roll. Tonight, we have another presentation of our America 250 Citizen Challenge coins. This is our fifth in a row, actually, so hopefully we'll just keep this going. Tonight's presentation will be going to Jerry Kane, who we've already seen this evening, so this may be Jerry Kane night at the Clay County, and that's all right with me. That's all right with me. For those who may not be familiar, I'll kind of go into the proclamation that we have. That'll spell out a few things. So the Citizens Challenge requires participants to perform a variety of tasks that can include reading the Declaration of Independence, reading the U.S. Constitution, voting in an election, attending a public meeting, meeting a public official, performing community service, and other pertinent activities. There's at least 3 or 4 things that Jerry just did today right here, so he certainly is deserving. And whereas Jerry Kane has performed enough of these activities to show that he has accepted and performed the Citizen Challenge, and whereas Jerry Kane has earned a Clay County 250 Citizen Challenge coin as a remembrance of his commitment to good citizenship, therefore be it resolved that the Clay County Commission celebrates this achievement by Jerry Kane and thanks him for accepting the Citizen Challenge. And of course, I will also add that we got more coins and we'd love to give them out to more people. So for those who may be watching tonight, I hope we'll see you go through the claycounty250.org website and you can join Jerry in this achievement. But beyond that, Jerry, thanks so much for picking up the challenge. I hope you will be a beacon for others who may want to engage in this. As we always say, an engaged citizenry is what helps make this country great. And so thank you for being an example tonight. Thank you very much.
Any other commissioners wishing to comment? Mr. Kane, would you like to come up and tell us a little bit? I mean, it's not required, but if you'd like to come up and tell us a little about your experience, I think it would be interesting for us to hear. Plus, it's an encouragement for those who are contemplating taking up the challenge.
Thank you, Mr. Commissioner. Thank you, Mr. Wagner, for your kind words. I'm very interested in politics. It's kind of a sport that I watch really more than the World Cup or the Royals this summer. And the end piece of legislation now in my old age is no longer the main goal. I first was interested 65 years ago when I had to write a high school paper on whether I would vote for Richard Nixon or John F. Kennedy. Now, in my dotage, I'm more interested in the process than the final result. So, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 times a year, I'm here to join you. If you want to find me on August 4, I will once again be an election judge at the First Christian Church in Kearney from 5 a.m. till 8:30 at night. I have very interest in the elections, especially that students learn to participate. Our students are allowed to miss class to go to other things which I think are maybe a little less noble than going to an election. The statutes of our state allow students to assist in an election if they're 15, 16, or 17 years old. And I am on a personal campaign to change the social studies curriculum to give them credit for doing this in their high schools. It's a noble way to miss school. Last year, I worked, 2 years ago, in the general election, and we had 35 students participate in the elections in Clay County, which was an increase of 34 over the previous year. And so this August, soon after August 4, I will be once again approaching those high schools I can find, encouraging their students to be a part of the elections of Clay County. I appreciate the work you do, and I appreciate the system which we have, and look forward to affirming and moving that system forward to the next generation. Thank you, Mr. Wagner. Thank you, Mr. Nolte.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. By the way, congratulations not only on this, but the public service that you have done, both as an election judge and I think all of us here are quite in admiration of your quest to allow credit to be given to students who participate in that kind of a civic activity. So, you are still, out there working to make sure that the country stays healthy, and as Commissioner Wagner had talked about, make sure that we have an informed electorate, because that is the safest, the best and way to safeguard our democratic republic. Anyone else care to comment? Very well. We will come up, and Commissioner will present you with your certificate. And thank you, Commissioner Wagner, for your highlighting this particular activity. Well done. That brings us to public comments. Are there any members of the public who would like to address the commission on any subject of interest to them? Seeing none. Next is our consent calendar. Mr. Administrator?
Yes, good evening. 3 items on our consent agenda tonight. First one is 2026-169, approval of invoice payments for Clay County for the period of June 6, 2026 to June 12th. Had a total of 384 invoices totaling $1,530,643.09. Our next one is 2026-171, is approval of IFB number 47-26 for road oil and materials from Vance Brothers LLC for our Road and Bridge Department. And the last one is 2026-174, approval of abnormal AI quote from Logisticals, Inc., email security system from Information Technology Department. That'll be it for the consent agenda.
Thank you. Commissioner Johnson?
Move to approve tonight's consent agenda.
Motion's been made for the approval of this evening's consent agenda. Discussion? Seeing none, you are recognized to close.
I close.
Call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yep.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. Next is our regular agenda. There are 4 items under our regular agenda, the first being 2026-170. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, our first one is 2026-170, approval of invoice payments for Clay County Prosecutor's Office for the period of June 6 to June 12th. Had a total of 13 invoices totaling $3,311.04.
Commissioner Johnson.
Move to approve 2026-170.
Motion's been made for the approval of 2026-170. Any discussion? Seeing none, you are recognized to close.
I close.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Next on our regular agenda is 2026-172. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, 2026-172 is approval of amendment to a lease agreement with First Presbyterian Church of Liberty, Missouri. Ultimately, we have been parking the church. We had an agreement that started in 2008, and that we renegotiated the agreement pretty recently. We have here Mr. Steve Hawkins with the church itself, and part of that agreement is that we, as a county, would provide funding to help with maintenance and operations of the parking lot. We get to use it during the week from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. during work hours. Several employees that park there. It's been a good agreement for us. We've been pretty much on the annual renewal, but now we have some repairs and they be done to the parking lot itself. So we would provide the funding directly to the church. The church will do the contracting with the contractor, which would be Mack and Associates, which is part of your packet. So here tonight, we're just approving the actual agreement between the county and the church itself.
Thank you. Commissioner Johnson. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll go ahead and if you want to make your motion, then I will recognize Commissioner Carpenter.
Okay.
Also, one more thing I was going to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
The term
mean
is
to-
5 years for this agreement. Previous one was with 10 and then additional renewals.
Very good. Thank you. Commissioner Johnson.
Move to approve 2026-172.
Motion has been made for the approval of 2026-172. Commissioner Carpenter, you are seeking recognition.
Yes, just want to say this is obviously an exceedingly fair and good deal, and want to thank the church for their years of contribution to the county. It's been very generous, and we're very grateful. So, thank you.
Any further discussion before we go to a vote?
Yeah, I would just-
Go ahead, Commissioner,
Please.
you're recognized.
Quick comment, I also want to express the same thank you. I think that is a good deal. For those at home who are looking at this, it's a, what is it, $16,000 something. It comes out to $12.65 a day for our employees to park.
Yes,
That's a pretty good deal.
yeah. And
So
we
I just
also
want-
help out too,
By the way, I didn't mean to, if you'd like to speak on the matter, you are certainly welcome to do so. All right, very good. I just want to make sure we
I
didn't.
would say Mr. Hawkins has been very good to work with. The other portions, we also do maintenance when we do snow removal and things like that to help out. But yes, it's been a very good collaboration between the church and ourselves.
Great.
Commissioner?
I close.
You recognize to close. You close. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson? Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
Next item on our regular agenda is 2026-173. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, 2026-173 is approval of online auction portal equipment for our collector's office, GovEase auction equipment. So ultimately, previously, we had another contractor that went under nationally. And so we pretty much had to scramble to find another one to help us with it. What they will do is provide us services as properties that we put up for auction that have been delinquent on their taxes. We typically do that in the August timeframe. This company will need to start helping us with getting notifications and other items out and help us with the auction itself. And so they're providing that service for us. We will have a direct contract with them, and then the liaison and the point of contact with them will be our collections office.
Thank you. Are you wishing to address the commission?
All right, and we have Craig
I'm
with
Craig
our...
Reich, the purchasing
Yeah.
manager. If you just had any questions, just reiterate what the administrator said. The collections department got in touch with me several weeks ago and said that the previous vendor went out of business. They were scrambling. It was right at the time when they were supposed to start working for them. And we, like you said, we scrambled to find a vendor. Hopefully they will work for us. There's a lot of counties in Missouri right now that are in the same boat as we are. So any questions you have, I can be happy to answer.
Thank you for making yourself available to the commission. Commissioner Johnson?
Yeah, a couple of questions. So the way this works, when we have property, things that we want to get rid of, we put them up on auction. And this auction does not, they auction it for us. They don't take a certain percentage of the proceeds of that auction. How does that work?
Yeah. Yes, they do take a certain percentage. It costs us nothing. That's where they're getting their money from. That's how they make their money.
Okay, so I was confused about the flat fee of $25,000.
Repeat that one more time. What'd you say again?
So it talks about a flat fee of
Yeah, and that
$25,000.
is for us to do our first portion of it, which they have to do all the advertising for us, along with other items. So they work as a collector in the same sense, is that they put it out for auction, they get a fee of it, but we have to pay a flat fee yourself. That allows us to do our advertisement, direct mailers to those who have the issues as far as not paying their taxes, things of that sort. So yeah, they do a flat fee, but also do a portion of that collection.
Okay, so if I understand it right, we pay $25,000 up front, and then anything they auction off for us is a certain percent that they keep.
They get a percent up, yes.
Any
And that-
idea how much we auction off?
Not offhand, because sometimes those properties end up paying before they get there, because they're behind typically 3 years. And so before we could actually do the auction, sometimes they go in and pay those items before they get there, before they get put on the auction block themselves.
Is this just for, what kind of property is this for?
This is the tax sale. So these are folks who are delinquent on their taxes.
So
This is our August tax
Okay.
sale that we do. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's not county-owned properties.
That's what I would thought.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
confused by
No,
that.
no, yes,
This
the
is the
tax sale.
old
Yep.
sale on the courthouse steps,
Yeah,
but now
yeah.
it's online.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that's
That
what you're
makes
asking.
some more,
yes.
no, I must have misread that.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense to me. So with that, I move to approve 2026-173.
Motion's been made for the approval of 2026-173. Are there any other comments or questions from the commission? Seeing none, you are recognized to close.
I close.
Please call the roll. Thank you, sir.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Aye.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yep.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. Next and final item on our regular agenda is 2026-175. Mr. Administrator?
Yes, 2026-175, approval authorization to submit bridge investment program. It's a grant application. We have our Road and Bridge Director, Tom Degenhardt, to provide you more information.
Please proceed.
Tom Degenhardt, Bridge Director. Also with us today is Cynthia Connor, who is our grant coordinator. Hopefully she'll be able to take that dry, mundane engineering language and spice it up on our application process. So I'm looking forward to working with her. The U.S. Department of Transportation through the Federal Highway Administration, FHWA, has open the application process for the fiscal year 2026 Bridge Investment Project grants. The award amounts for this grant shall range from $2.5 million to $80 million. There's a 20% match from local agencies for this grant. Multiple bridges are allowed to be bundled into a project with one grant application. The grant funding can include all phases of bridge replacement, including planning, design, construction, and construction engineering. Projects must be regionally expected to begin construction no later than 18 months after the date of which the Bridge Investment Program funds are obligated and preliminary engineering is completed for the project. We currently have 3 closed bridges in the county that are unfunded and one that is narrowed down to 1 lane and weight restricted. We have included these 4 bridges in our project grant application. So these 4 bridges include Northeast 74th Street, which is in the south part of the county. It's just west of Range Road, north of 210, feeds into Liberty. This bridge was built in 1950. It was closed to traffic just recently, back in March of this year. It's a 2-span steel girders, 62 feet long, has about 120 vehicles per day. Detour route is 5 miles, and this project is about $1.6 million. And I might mention all 4 of these bridges, we are going to design pedestrian accommodations on these new bridges. The second bridge is Northeast 164th Street over Williams Creek. It's up in the northwest part of the county, kind of off Route RA north of 92. The detour route for this is about 3.7 miles. And there's actually a second detour route that's about the same length where you can go south and get on 92 and swing back around through 69 Highway. This bridge was built in 1945. It was closed to traffic in June of 2024. It's a single-span steel stringer. It's 29 feet long, about 314 vehicles per day. Project cost $1,025,000. We've applied for BRO fundings with this bridge in the past and have been unsuccessful, so hopefully we'll have a little better luck with this grant. The next bridge is Northeast 178th Street over New Hope Creek. This also parallels another bridge that's an ARPA project off 172nd Street on the same watershed. So we are getting ready to go to construction on that, but this bridge is right now closed. So it's going to be kind of bad to travel in that part of town. This bridge was built in 1955, closed to traffic April of 2025. 2-span, 75 feet long, 216 vehicles a day, 5-mile detour. Estimated project about $1.5 million, and again, pedestrian accommodations on this bridge going forward. And the final bridge is Northeast 144th Street over Rock Creek. This is an extension of 19th Street coming out of Kearney, just past around between Plattsburgh Road and Nation Road. This bridge was built in 1968. It is not actually closed, it's just lane reduced to 1 lane, and it has a 5-ton weight limit, which kind of, there's a school on 19th Street in Kearney, so we're kind of, school buses have to make other accommodations, so we're kind of anxious to get this bridge replaced as well. This structure length is 28 feet, it's a single-span bridge, ADT, 325 vehicles a day, 5-mile detour for the over 5-ton traffic. The estimated project cost is $1 million. The application deadline for this grant is at the end of this month. The awards would be, and this is federal fiscal year 26, so the funds are actually in the pot now. It'll be awarded in October this year. The applicants will receive notification. We do have the money for our matches. Here's like a summary of the bridges, and so you can see we're getting about $5 million worth of investment, and with our match being a little over $1 million. A lot of this money would probably come out of our fiscal 2027, 2028 budget, because we'll do design. It'll take about a year to design them, and then construction will lag after that. So with that, I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much. It's great to see so many bridges being put into repair. When I first came onto this commission, it was like maybe 2 a year.
Right.
So I think as a county, we're making a lot of progress on taking care of more and more of these bridges. One of the first bridges that I checked out when I got on the commission, you basically walk to the middle of the span, look down, and you could see the creek below because there was a big hole in the bridge. Commissioner Lawson, I think, probably remembers those days as well as I. We seem to be not in even close to that dire strait, but it is really great to see yourself and the grant process being more vigorously used to make sure that we do stay in a good place on this. And I want to thank you and the staff and everyone else for being so on top of this. And you're right, 20% match is pretty darn good.
And I might add, a lot of these bridges are 75 years old, they're steel, and you say, be on the deck and you look down. If you've been underneath them, you see the deterioration on the girders. It's kind of like, yeah. So hopefully, I'm optimistic on getting this grant, but hopefully we can get it and proceed with these and get these built.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Johnson.
This is great, thank you for that. Quick question, I know tonight is just getting approval to submit for the grant, but any indication or odds?
There's about $3 million. If you look at that first slide, there's about $3 billion in this pot of money.
Yeah.
It's nationwide. I kind of looked at previous recipients, and there was one from Missouri. I think it was with an MPO on some planning. We're not asking for a whole lot of money out of this big pocket of money. But I didn't really look at the other states and whether like local counties have gotten these smaller amounts, but I did see some smaller awards. So
this is somewhat of a, I don't know how to say it, but a blind submission. We're not like in conversations with anybody that's saying, hey, you got a good shot at getting this or anything. It's
no, we just, Cynthia and Deanna came across this grant and brought it to our attention, and we proceeded forward with this, so.
Can't win if you don't enter.
Yeah.
Thank you. Actually, while I have the mic, I'll go ahead and move to approve 2026-175.
Motion has been made for the approval of 2026-175, and I see we have more commissioners wishing to extend the discussion. Commissioner Withington, you are next.
Yeah, hey, thanks for taking care of this, and thanks for responding to that email about that 74th Street Bridge this morning. I was really shocked when I got on this commission and we didn't have a road and bridge plan. I don't know, some people just didn't think that was a priority, I guess. So one of the things that, I wanted to push for was this commission to have a road and bridge plan. It was, if we're gonna be a first-class county, might as well make sure our infrastructure is taken care of. So I appreciate you guys making this a priority, and I really appreciate everything your staff does. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Commissioner Carpenter.
Yeah, along those lines, thank you. I know that we all agree that this is, one of our most important obligations as a county. Nobody's going to do it if not the county government, and we understand that responsibility. And if we fail to do it, like Commissioner Nolte said, things deteriorate and people are unhappy. So thank you, and appreciate your expertise and command of all the information. You mentioned the dryness of it. I thought you kept it plenty interesting. Although I also want to extend my thanks to Cynthia. Just so thrilled to have somebody, to have specifically you, but also to have somebody in that type of position who are seeking these things out. I was going to ask the same question that Commissioner Johnson asked about odds, because I always think about things in terms of probability. So hopefully we get it, but might as well try to go for it. And so thank you all.
Commissioner Lawson.
I had the same thought as Johnson did as well. I thought, boy, if we could get that money, what a great help that would be to get all of this done. I've driven a lot of those back roads, going different places, and you are concerned when it's a one lane and somebody's coming like a bat out of Hades at you, or the bridge, you're not sure you're going to make it over the bridge. And this is something that probably should have been done years ago. So I really appreciate that you have looked into this and seen a place where we might be able to get some assistance. Do you think it would help us in any way if we had some of our elected officials at the federal level push, maybe make calls to them and see if we couldn't get some assistance? Or do you feel that's even necessary?
I think it is. I mean, for our standpoint, we have one that was with Graves' office that was over the transportation. So with him, but we still will contact his office whenever we make any federal. We contact those federal officials' offices, let them know that we made those submissions. Okay. And for that, if it comes across their desk or anything like that as well. Yeah. The other one we do is, and we're going to start doing, is like Northland Chamber, things like that. If they have any federal, we'll let them know that we've had a submission on a federal project. They make some they just came back from DC, And so they'll talk and help on our behalf as well. So anytime we can. So once we finally do it, that's one thing too that Cynthia helps me with is that when we do that, we'll send out communications with them and let them know.
Great. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Commissioner Wagner.
Thank you. Well, I think I'm the last one. So I just want to echo, first of all, to Cynthia, keep on bird dogging, keep on bird dogging. We won't get them all, but we'll get our share, so keep it up. And I certainly would echo my colleagues' comment, especially as we have a certain congressman who's done at the end of this year, and he's in the right place at the right time to help us, so would certainly encourage that. Last thing, just so I understand who's making the decision on this. So this is not traveling through Mark, it is not part of their funding base or anything like that.
Correct.
Because we usually don't do very well because of the traffic numbers that you show here even. So this is traveling through FTA? Or
Federal Highway, FHWA.
Federal Highway,
Yeah,
okay.
usually FHWA takes these monies and sends it to like MoDOT for formula, and MoDOT distributes like the BRO program, but this is all strictly federal, FHWA.
So nobody's local formulas, which we don't fit very well in their formulas, so that's good and encouraging. Well, I'd say call our guy from Tarkio and see if he can help us out. But thanks for Bird Dog and thanks for putting this together. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Before I go to Commissioner Johnson, I want to echo what Commissioner Lawson and Commissioner Wagner have said, and that is, yes, it's always good to make sure that if you ask again, and make sure that we stay at the top of the list. And I would also certainly identify with the idea that at the end of this particular term of office, we will have a very different atmosphere to deal with. So I think we will miss where we are now. We will certainly need to work all that much harder next year, and I'm certainly happy to have staff here in the county that is working so hard to make sure those things happen, because we will be needing to redouble our efforts certainly in the new atmosphere. With that, unless there's someone else, I'm going to go to Commissioner Johnson for additional comments and to close. If someone else does want to say something, please just let me know, but Commissioner Johnson.
I just forgot to mention or talk about Cynthia Connor too when I had my time at the mic, but I want to thank her for her efforts in this. Are you the one that actually found this and researched this particular grant opportunity?
Hello. Actually, Dieta received the email and forwarded it on to me and after some research.
I'm glad you stepped up so our 3 viewers at home can see you on the camera. But for those who don't know, Cynthia was hired this past year as our grant coordinator. And I was a big proponent of this because the return on investment is incredible. She has a modest salary that we pay at taxpayers' expense, but the return on investment, if just this grant alone gets approved, that's over $4 million she would have brought in for us. I guarantee she's not making that much, but it's over $4 million she brought in for us in what, 6 months that she's been here or whatever. So, and she's worked on several others. So this is exactly what we hired a grant coordinator for, and I just want the people who are watching to understand. You heard a couple people mention Cynthia. That is her job. She's our grant coordinator to go out and find essentially free money that we can bring to the county for things like over $4 million in bridge repair. So thank you very much for what you're doing. I appreciate it, and you're making us look good for hiring you, so I appreciate that. Thank you. And with that, unless you have something to say.
Did you have anything else you'd care to add? Okay.
No,
with that,
Tom did a great job covering
No other
it.
step? Okay. As far as I can tell, there are no further comments waiting, so you're ready to close if you care to.
I close.
Please call the roll.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Hi.
Commissioner Carpenter?
Yes.
Commissioner Withington?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. That completes our regular agenda for this evening. Next on our agenda are county administrator comments. Mr. Administrator?
Yes. Evening, a couple items. One, this past Tuesday, I was able to go to our sponsored event for the World Cup at Central Bank Sporting Complex. And good job by Commissioner Wagner and his crew have made a waste-free event. But it was a great turnout, great family event for those who may be looking forward. I mean, I know some of the other events look more adult. This is probably more geared towards families. So we have 2 more coming up. Another one is at Jesse James Park, and that's sponsored by the City of Kearney, and that is June 19th. The USA versus Australia one is at 2 p.m. An event goes from 11 a.m. to 6:30. The other one is Happy Rock Park is on June 20th for Ecuador versus Curaçao at 7 p.m. at Gladstone. The City of Gladstone is sponsoring, and that's from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. I think the key portion of that is to see our local municipalities working with us, sponsoring something that's for an event for all families throughout the county. So those are good events that not only you see investment from us, but also opportunity and interest from our citizens. So the other portion is tomorrow we will have our offices will be closed in recognition of Juneteenth. So those we will be closed here. The other one is on this coming June 23rd, which is this coming Tuesday. We will have a work session speaking regarding our collection software and our collector's report. Be a good opportunity for you to get more information as a commission on what we're trying to do to provide collections this year. We're talking about this year of 2026. And that'll be from 4 to 5:30 this Tuesday, June 23rd. It will be a work session. And that'll be it for me this afternoon.
Thank you.
We'll be here. Be here. Be here at this office.
In this room?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for the inquiry, Commissioner Lawson. Very well, that brings us to Commissioner comments. Commissioner Withington? Commissioner Lawson? No. Commissioner Wagner? Sure. All right.
Thank you. First of all, since my team at Bridging the Gap was part of the Tuesday event at the sporting complex, I have to give my hats off to Megan and to the entire team from Core North KC that were as a part of it. It was flawless as far as I was concerned, and she has done a wonderful job throughout that. Then I also want to wish everyone well if they celebrate Juneteenth, and also happy Father's Day to those who will be celebrating that as well. Many fathers here, so don't burn anything is what I have to tell you. Finally, since it didn't quite hit last Thursday or this Thursday, I do want to wish my mom happy birthday. She celebrated 81 years earlier this week. And that's all I got.
Congratulations to her. Commissioner Johnson?
Yeah, also happy birthday to Mrs. Wagner. Happy birthday. And I also want to wish everybody, all the fathers out there, a happy Father's Day as well.
Thank you. Commissioner Carpenter? Okay. I think certainly the Juneteenth celebration coming tomorrow is something that we all want to commemorate and celebrate. The other thing is Father's Day is coming up, and I think it's incumbent on us to think of our fathers, whether they are with us still or whether they are watching over us. And not just our fathers, but those men in our lives that have influenced us. I'd heard it once said that every young man needs to have another older man who is mentoring other than a father, because that helps to make that young man into more of a productive citizen, and I do believe that is true. So let's not just remember our biological fathers, but we have certainly mentor-type fathers and obviously spiritual fathers, and I think all of those are certainly worthy of remembrance on this holiday. If I'm going to see if I can talk to my parish priest and see if there is a prayer that will keep me from burning the hamburgers that are on the grill. I suspect an exorcism is more in order on that particular occasion. Last thing I want to mention was I was down this afternoon at River Forest Park and Slope Stabilization. That was in North Kansas City today. And it's a small park. It's a neighborhood park. And it was interesting in that I ran into the person who originally put forth the plans. He's in my age group, a bit younger than myself, but his plans were part of his Eagle Scout project. So we're talking about 45 years ago. So this was a long time in the making. But the reason I want to mention that is a couple of reasons. One is the slope stabilization, because it's on a watershed, and there is a great deal of water that comes down there, and it certainly does need to have that stabilization. One of the observations I heard made today, because we were also talking about the World Cup and the North Kansas City celebration that will be going on. And the observation was made that while the World Cup is a big deal and we're all very happy to be celebrating it, this park is going to be functioning and going to be enjoyed by adults and children alike for many decades, hopefully. So I think it's great that we are in the midst of our celebrations for the World Cup. However, we should always keep in mind these maybe smaller scale events, but their impact, I think, is really hard to measure. So I would encourage you, and it's across the street basically from where you would turn in to go to North Kansas City Hospital. So certainly a well-done project, and they were amazed. We had something like 60 people show up, 60 or 70 people, and they ran out of programs. So this tells you that our municipalities are doing a good job of servicing our common citizenry that we have, that we share with them, and the citizens are engaged. And as was remarked earlier, an engaged citizenry is our best hope for the future. With that, happy Father's Day, happy Juneteenth, and enjoy the weekend. We are adjourned.